This is Swampy, Florida, with your man in the Swamp Report, and I'm here at the Dade January 6th, 2019, and this is the second day of the event. It's a two-day event, Saturday and Sunday, first weekend of January, and this is a reenactment of the classic Dade Massacre, and this is a very critical point in our state's history, which kind of start turning things, bringing us into the second Seminole Indian War. Here is one of the reenactors right here on the other side, if you will, but guess what he also does? He is with the Seminole County Historical Museum. We're in Sumter County near Bushnell, but he's Seminole County near Sanford. Tell us about the museum.
Well, the Museum of Seminole County History is over in Sanford, just north of Orlando, and we deal a lot in this period in history because that's when my county, Seminole County, really gets its start. That's when we first see settlement, and it's because it was during this war that General Jessup took his campaign toward Okeechobee southward, and his drop-off point was a place called Fort Mellon. They started a fort there named after a captain who died in a battle right on the shore of Lake Monroe, and we portray a lot of that history, and we talk a little more about the history of the Seminole Wars, why they were in conflict, and sort of where that went, and how we get into, statehood, territorial Florida, all of that. So that's a lot of what my museum deals with, and it's a wonderful time to portray this period in history here at Dade Battlefield, because this was an essential turning point in that battle, in that war. It was basically the beginning of federal involvement in the war. There were a couple skirmishes between militia units, but the federal government wasn't really involved, and this really pushed them to enforce the Indian Removal Act here in Florida and ramp up the war. And eventually about 30,000 United States soldiers would be involved in the war, fighting against probably about 3,000 Seminole warriors. So it's a really critical point in Florida history and in national history.
Right. Well, and indeed, it was a war that had no real victor except the Seminoles, who never did surrender, right, as the word goes. Down below here is going to be all the information about the Seminole County Historical Museum and here at the Dade Battlefield. Come visit Bushnell, come visit Sanford, and thank you so much, Swampy, Florida, Man of the Swamp Report. See you next time. Bye!